bringing in some positive vibrations with some Palo Santos in the air. Palo Santos is good for charging the atmosphere with positive vibrations and energy. It's a very ancient and sacred herb and method that they used back in the day. Yeah. Just a little bit of Palo Santos for this morning. Today is Thursday, I believe. Jupiter Day. Jupiter, the day of abundance, the day of exploring, the day of travel and philosophy, higher philosophy and planning and, not planning, but giving. Higher knowledge. Jupiter Day. Today's card of the day, slipping. What is the energy looking like on February 10th? What is today's energy looking like? I'll tell you my day. So far, so good. So far, so good. I think I'm going to take a little walk. The sun is really bright today. In New York, the weather is not bad. It's about 50 degrees. So, you know, we're in the winter, so 50 is not really our norm. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get out there. Wow, I looked at this card yesterday for the first time, and now I got it in reverse. I was looking, I was like, this is a different card because it had a lot more people on it than it normally has. Usually it's like, I think the most I seen was 3, honestly. 4, I think there was like, yeah, there was the mom and the dad and then 2 children. That was one of the cards. And this one had a lot more. So I was very like intrigued when I seen it. And it looked like they're just surrendering. And when it and earlier was funny because when I seen the horn, I'm like, what does a horn symbolize? I'm like, why would someone blow a horn? Well, you blow a horn to, you know, to draw attention or to like sound off, to, yeah, it's like to draw attention. Like, why else not would you not blow a horn? It's like, you know, pay, you know, it's that sound. So, and judgment has a lot to do with a judgment on yourself. That's interesting. What pen are we going to use? What color? Let's see. Orange. I don't think I used orange before. Sure, I know I did, but I don't really like using this because it's not as dark. But this one is actually pretty dark, so I think it's the other one. I think it's this one. That's kind of like 2 different brands. Meaning, card of the day, date February the 10th, and the card of the day has to deal with judgment, and judgment happened to be in reverse. So you judging someone, that's like looking outside of yourself. So maybe looking more into yourself and judging. Looking into yourself. Maybe more critical. maybe more critical, or opposite of judge would be just accept or accepting yourself for what you are, right? Accepting yourself for what you are. Okay, looking into yourself, maybe more critical, or accepting for who or what you are. Or you can be being judged here by others, or maybe about the reverse of being judged by others is more of a flowing energy, I would say. The water is here, so more of like a flowing energy of like going with the flow, more of an energy of going with the flow. Others accepting you, others accepting. It's going to be interesting. Accepting you, and all your flaws, and all your flaws you may think you have. You may think you have. To judge. It's funny because playing in the back, I don't really watch TV at all, but now that I'm like, I have like my space like freely to me, and it's like I was used to having someone around, you know, used to having my roommate here, and then they're not here. So, and they're always like watching TV. So kind of like to hear like some background sound, since I'm like used to hearing something, I put the TV on for today, and what I used to watch all the time would either be celebrity shows like TMZ, Wendy Williams, The Real. What else I used to watch? Cooking shows like Chopped, The Guy Show, Guy versus Games, whatever. He has like 2 of them. I would watch both of them. Bobby Flay. What else I used to watch? Like American Ninja. I like game shows. American Ninja, Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune. I'll watch all that. But what I would definitely watch is courthouse shows, and which is playing right now, like Judge Lynn Toller. This one I'm watching right now, what's her name? Lynn, something like that. But yeah, I didn't really watch too much. Who's the mean one again? I forget her name. But no, I didn't really watch that. Or like Jerry Springer and all that was like before. I was like in the past. I used to watch Jerry Springer and Maury. But then I started to go into celebrities, and then the cooking, and the game, and then the judging. I'll watch the TV like the early hours too, like 11 to like 7. This is where I will catch all these, you know, different channels. But it's been a while, and it's just interesting. Today is like the first time I'm putting on the TV. I mean, yesterday I did too. Yesterday I put on the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. Today I put on the courthouse. I didn't see the Olympics on. And with this judgment card and the judge playing, I heard I don't know if you guys hear it in the back, but it's just funny, the synchronicity. I've been having a lot of synchronicities. I wanted to share some synchronicities. Taking a class, and it's just interesting. I feel like this class, like, we're very, you know, it's an astrology class, so you have to be very in tune and aware. So I feel like a lot of us who are taking it, we're all like on the same vibration, right? Because we all took the class. So when we all share, it's funny how we share similar things. So one of the things I have been experiencing, I've been feeling really tired lately. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, these past few days, I have not like been feeling myself. So it's interesting how there's a few of the other girls in our class who have been experiencing the same thing. So it's just interesting how life can be like that. And another synchronicity was Uranus. Like, Uranus has been popping up in my head a lot. Like, just seeing the sign, and I know it's in the 6th house, so it's Uranus in the 6th house is what I've been seeing. And they mentioned they seen that too. So it's just like funny, like, what is going on with Uranus right now in the 6th house? I think it's highlighting a lot of like my beauty and my diet. And like, I think I've been cooking like different foods, or going about the way I cook in a different way. Like, okay, now I'm gonna meal prep. Now I know like how to meal prep. I've been trying like different meals and different foods and different, like, I'll go to the grocery store and buy like a different like salt that I haven't tried before. Like, I bought 3 different salts that I never tried before, which was cool. Applewood smoke, and this is something I never thought, because before I was usually like my typical I would just use a Celtic salt. Because when I changed my diet and changed from using table salt, I changed into just Himalayan sea salt and nori sea salt. And I thought that was it, you know, because I'm like, I'm not trying anything else. I know these are, you know, these are the options that I researched and I know are really good for you, because they come from the sea. It's natural. So I'm like, there's nothing else. But then I started looking at different things, and there's like different ways they make these salts. So there's this truffle salt, there's the applewood salt, and what else I tried? There was something else that I tried, but those 2 that I definitely got. And yeah, just a different kitchen experience. My food has been tasting different. Just a lot of different things. Just me taking this class has been different, because, you know, I'm connecting with people who are like-minded. I'm tapped in 3 times out the week, learning real deep information, you know. And I think that has to deal with my Uranus is in the 6th house, but Uranus is ruled by Aquarius. I'm a Sag rising. Sag rising has Aquarius in the 3rd house. And I do have Mercury in Aquarius as well. So I think that has to deal with, like, my learning has been different in my routine as well, because 6th house is, I'm breaking it down right now, y'all. It's happening in live timing. Look at this. The 6th house rules routines, and I'm learning, and I'm basically implementing all the stuff that I'm doing right here in this video is basically what I'm implementing from my class that has been improving in my life. Like I said earlier in my earlier videos, I don't want to not record, because last year my life has basically transitioned with so much different things that I could literally pick up the phone. Yeah, they're not perfect, but there's stuff that so you guys could have learned, because I learned so much. So if I could just simply pick up my phone, I could pick up my phone and look on Instagram for 12 hours. Why not pick up my phone and shoot an hour video or whatever, how long, to really help somebody? So I was like, this time I'm learning, and it's definite, because, you know, I'm taking this class and it's changing my life. I'm definitely documenting and putting it out there. So the fact that I'm doing that, I'm seeing like the improvement. I'm seeing the difference. So yeah. And I think that has to deal with me taking the class, and when I'm learning with Uranus having to deal with my 6th house. 6th house is routine. 6th house is ruled by Virgo basically, and Mercury, and that's Mercury too. And that has to do with our routines, things we do every day, daily. So it's just interesting that Uranus is there, the ruler of Aquarius, having to do with the things that I'm learning, I'm implementing in my everyday. So I think that's why that house has just been highlighting, like, either maybe keep going, maybe pay attention to something, maybe there's really power here, maybe there's something I'm missing. So yeah, just really pay attention to certain things, because we're all like connected, like they said. And speaking of Uranus, Uranus rules the collective, Uranus rules astrology, Uranus rules all of us, like the collective mind and things that we think of, or social media, things that we all meet up, you know, we all meet and we can relate. Uranus is friends, Uranus is the community. So it's it's, you know, it has an impact on us as well. So just because I'm having these thoughts, pay attention to your thoughts and your intuition as well, because yeah, our intuition really do be speaking to us, and I be ignoring it myself. It took me yesterday, just other people to really bring that up for me to be like, huh, that's really true. Not really, because the tiredness I definitely brought up and had a conversation about with my sister. I'm like, and she brought up something that was, you know, important as well. And it's just another synchronicity, because she brought, I should look at my irons, because I told her I've been tired for the last couple of days. And she was like, maybe it's my iron. I was like, boom, that's kind of true, because maybe I have been detoxing. Sometimes I feel like when I'll have like 3 juices, and sometimes they're not full juices. So I'm like, maybe I need to have more full juices, especially if I'm detoxing. So maybe I am missing some of the irons and greens, because I'll just have 1 juice. So I was like, wow, boom, that's an interesting point. And then yesterday, my beautiful, beautiful astrology teacher, actually is in a hermetic class, or not hermetic class, I always call it that, but it's the high priestess class. And she basically drew our cards yesterday, and she drew a card that my health was in reverse. I'm like, health is in reverse, and my health is like on point. But she said it doesn't have to be as bad, because it was like sickness, illness, trauma, said a whole bunch of things. But she said you can break it down. Maybe you haven't set up your doctor's appointment. Maybe you've been slacking on your dentist appointment. So my sister's saying the iron, and she's saying about me, maybe she pulled out these cards and said about my health being in reverse. So that synchronicity, I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to really get my checkup and really see my iron level, or just my overall health, and how where I'm at with that. So that's interesting. I just put those two together. You see, when you talk and you run your mouth, how things can just play out. It's just really amazing. Spirit really do be there. But yeah, that's some interesting stuff. Yeah, my health was in reverse. I'm like, how? Like I just told you guys, I was juicing. My skin, let me show you my face for real. Okay, this is after juicing results. Usually this is what to expect. Usually you will, depending on how you cleanse, of course, you will usually, your skin gets a lot clearer. So I'm like, what the hell? Like I've been like on point. There's days that I have been slacking, and this past like really a month, I was like, no fried food, no like overdoing with salt, like no, and really my big thing is with like no heavy grains, like making like having waffles back to back, and heavy like pasta grains. So instead of pasta, I'll do like zucchini noodles. I just don't want to be too heavy with the grains and like all that flour. So that was like my diet, and try to stay away from fried. So I was eating everything else. It's still a good diet, like, but like I was surprised that this card came out. But now that she broke it down a little bit, and now that I'm able to really break it down from what she broke down, I'm able to kind of see like, okay, maybe it could be in a different way. Or maybe, like I said, when I do my detoxes, how I'm not really getting all, like I'll just do 3 juices, and maybe they'll be just the size of this cup. Maybe I need to do like the 32 ounces, so I'm getting more of that nutrient. Just because you're juicing doesn't mean you're really doing it always the right way. So that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, probably after this video, I'm gonna call my doctor up and set up these appointments for my dentist, gynecologist, and I should do the eye care doctor too, but I think my vision has been good, but just to make sure I'm taking care of everything, because it has been a while, and I always am a person, I am on point with my health, but since I've been with this diet, I've been like shying away from the doctor. But sometimes, of course, I do like do my yearly checkups. But I used to go there like every 6 months, right on point. My birthday's in February, so I'll go in February. I know 6 months from my birthday is August, so I'll go again in the summer. So it was like always like on point. I'll donate blood. I'll do all that stuff all together. Like really, like I was really on point. But since I have been eating healthy, I'm like, I don't really need the doctor. You know, I'm pretty healthy. My body, my intuition literally would tell me when there's something wrong. I'll eat something, inflammation on my feet usually flares up. It's like, okay, stop eating those foods, detox tomorrow, 32-hour water fast, whatever, a 36-hour. You know, I'm like in tune with my body. I know when something's wrong, when my nails start chipping too much, or like, okay, that food I ate wasn't good for me. Start getting too much pimples. You know, you got to really listen to your body. And I'm able to do that now. I'm like, why do I need a doctor telling me? You know, but there are certain things that, of course, blood tests, and actually it's not really them, it's them actually doing the test. I'm not going to discredit them, okay? They do the work, and I give credit to doctors who are just there, but are giving people, you know, healthy options, you know, and they do, but some of us, you know, are into the pills, and that, you know, that's what they learn as well, so that's what they give us. So I can't really blame them for that. That's the only reason why I feel some type of way about our doctors. But otherwise, you know, I respect what they do. They surgery, they, you know, there's things that we can't do. So, you know, and they learn, they take the years. So, but I'm just saying, yeah, I'm just not sure. Like, I know they do the test and the stuff, and that's something I couldn't really do. Can't really go in and see my blood levels and all that. So I'm gonna do that for that. And yeah, just to check it up, get your checkup, So if you have been slacking like me, let's do what we gotta do, because health is wealth, and it's ultimately how we stay healthy in mind, body, soul, and all that good stuff. So yeah. So this card is like attention. There is someone in the higher up. So it's like spiritual, it's very spiritual in a way. I look like people are surrendering or sacrificing or rejoicing. What is this? Rejoice. Look like praising, rejoice. Like God is coming, and like Judgment Day. Seeing like Judgment Day. Interesting. He's blowing the horn. Pay attention. Something you're not really paying attention to. Something you're not seeing. Because I feel like judgment, to give judgment, you got to be paying attention to a lot of something and have like a big opinion on something. So maybe not speaking up. Or how you feel. This is interesting, because this is like really, I feel like so random of me to think of the things that I'm saying right now, but I think it might have a connection. So I'm just going to flow and let it go, you know? These people look like they're in boxes in the middle of water. Surrendering, or saying I'm sorry, or looking for mercy. So not looking for mercy. Not giving a damn. That's all I would say. It's not really giving a damn. Not really caring. Giving a damn. Or caring. This is really hilarious to me. caring, forgive mercy, like, you know, you plead. Other than pleading, you be the one, like, giving the judgment, right? Interesting, because you can be the one giving judgment, or you can be the one pleading. So I think I gave both perspectives. I'm going to go with what I have. They're just clouds, so clouds very high. So the thought and the spirit and the water. It's a lot of thoughts and feelings, or spiritual and words. I don't know. Thoughts and feelings. They were on a rise. Right here. Are relieved. Relieved, or I don't know. Interesting. Relieved or at a float. Calm. I don't know. We're going to see. So right now, what I have for you today, I said looking into yourself, maybe more critical than usual, or accepting yourself for who you are. More of an energy of going with the flow, others accepting you and all your flaws. Think you have. I don't know what that says. I don't know what that means. Make think you have, or may think you have. Something you're not seeing or paying attention to, not speaking up on really how you feel, not really giving a damn or caring. Thoughts and feelings are revealed and at a float, or maybe calm. Very interesting. Now let's quickly jump into this tarot book written by Joanne Thieber. This book is our interpretations, where we dive into another perspective, and then we, of course, always at the end see which one resonates. This has to deal with the judgment. Okay, hopefully I can find this. It doesn't take about 2 years. Yay. Yeah. Okay, this card, it says, in reverse, it doesn't really have too much, but it says naive intoxication. Yeah. The return, yeah, because it looks like they're like, so I see like really going ham at that. The return, what was suppressed, certain desires or fears come again and again because they have been neither fulfilled nor resolved. The judgment awakens energies, brings the dead back to life. You too can dispose of such power, face them. You will be hearing a great deal, some deep shit. The Bible is not only an Adam and Eve for paradise, but also the counterparts, the return of paradise on the days of judgment. The latter is much less well known, yet is a firm part of the Christian tradition. It says the basic meaning here, you are the subject to strong forces, and strong forces are your to wield. You have the task and opportunity to resolve and to transform. Basic desires and fears. I don't know this word, but blink. It says apportioning blame and blaming oneself needs to be worked on again and again until the dungeons of the past have been cleared out and the, I don't know this word, CITADEL, of the future has a firm foundation. Only then does the rebirth bring a new quality of life instead of weary repetition. I don't know who that was for, but a damn sure real reading right here. I'm going to go into this last book and what it says in reverse. It says weakness, pusillanimity, simplicity, also deliberation, decision, and sentence. Interesting. It's like you got sentenced. Judgment was made and you were sentenced to what was needed to be sentenced to. Very interesting. So if this resonates with you, please let me know down in the description box. And yes, let's share our stories. Let's see how beautiful our day is going to be today and how the Judgment card in reverse resonates. But hopefully, yes, we always have a beautiful day because we always want that. But yeah, these cards are just to see. It's very just to really pay attention to. That's what these tarot cards have been really showing me. That you really have to pay attention to the energies because it's like a sense of your awareness. Everything is seen for a reason. Everything is done for a reason. You hear things for a reason. You meet people in your life for a reason. You have dreams for a reason. You have those higher and lower thoughts, or all those thoughts for a reason. Nothing is not happening in your life for a reason. It's for something for you to see, something for you to learn. You clicked on this video or you seen this video for a reason. So the message is for you, and you really have to dive deep to see how these things are playing out, because I mean sometimes it may not resonate, okay, and there are times that it may, but usually it's like deeper than that, and you really have to be really in tune with yourself to really get the message and really see things and have a sense of awareness of your life and your decisions and things that are coming in, the energies, and to really just know. And that takes time. So yeah, for all my people out there, Judgment. Till again, I'll see you again tomorrow. Later.